Hello, my love people. Welcome to my channel once again. I'm Dr. Bongrit, and today I would like to share this tip with you that if you're a businessman or a woman out there, I'd like to encourage you that you shouldn't invest your money in building now, but rather invest your money in your business. When the business grows, before you think about building. You see, one thing about building is that sometimes we normally have the mindset that, oh, I want to invest money in this particular building and give it for rent. Let's say for maybe a year or two. Maybe if you have the money there as a businessman or woman and then you want to invest in building, you should get to a certain equilibrium or a certain point before maybe thinking about that. Maybe if you have about 3, 4, 5 businesses and more, and you think it is fetching you much, for that time you can think about building, and it's a good thing. But if you are a young entrepreneur out there and now you are starting business, maybe you establish 1 or 2 business and things are moving on for you, you are generating some amount of income, and what you are thinking about is going into building, then you need to put a halt to it. Because when it comes to the building challenge, when money gets into building, it doesn't come back again. That is one thing that normally everybody knows, but still people know this, but still people keep on investing all the monies that they get into building. To me, what I would say is that develop your business, establish it well, soak it with much resources to the extent that whatever thing that people want, when they come to your shop, they are going to get it. Are you getting it? After that, establish another business elsewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even more before you think about what establishing a building for your own self. It could have been you renting it, or maybe you are building it for the family. It is not bad for a businessman to rent an apartment. No, if you're a businessman, your business is doing very well and you are renting an apartment, don't feel shy or don't say that what are people going to do as a businessman as I am, and I am renting an apartment. And for that matter, people are going to laugh at me that with all this money that I have, I'm still renting. No, 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 no. Building is not an easy task. Whenever you start to build, the kind of money that goes into building, to me, it is a life experience that I'm sharing with you. I think that you need to take your time when it comes to building. Take your time. Establish the business to a certain point, about 3, 4, 5, and more, even before thinking about building a house. Even with that time, you would have been able to save enough. And before you build to, don't just wake up one day and say that, oh, I am going to do foundation. After the foundation, I'll be doing business and I'll raise an amount of money and then come and continue. After that, I'll raise an additional money and come and continue. That is the reason why there are so much uncompleted buildings in Ghana, because it is not easy building or raising an apartment. It is not an easy task. So it will be better that you take your time, you focus on the business very well, make sure the business stands firm. Make sure you move to the next one. Make sure it stands firm. The third one, it stands firm. The fourth one, the fifth, before you think about what? Building a home for your family, or before you think about building. For the meantime, you can decide to rent an apartment for you and your family, and it's a good thing. Don't think about what people are going to say. It's not those people who are going to build the house for you. Are you getting it? So always you need to close your mind to criticisms and the intimidations from the side of people that may come your way as a young entrepreneur. What people are going to say about you, forget about all these things. Close your mind on them. Are you getting it? If you are not valuable, there is no way people are going to talk about you. Anything of good value is something that people what normally talk about. Just keep them talking and then be doing your own thing. Don't be in a haste to go and then invest your money into building. If you do so, you are doomed, because in building projects, if you don't plan very well before coming on board, you will get to a certain point and then you will not have any money on you. And at that time, don't forget, the more you start to build, then your business begins to go down, because it is those money that you are going to use to enrich your business are the same money that you are going to take to build the house. So once you are building the house, then it means the business will be going down. So try to build businesses to a certain equilibrium or to a certain point before thinking about building a house. There is no harm for you renting a house for your family. Do it if there is a need. Do it. If your parents are having some, it is a good thing. You can be in it. Don't rush. Don't go anywhere. Be there. And then establish your business. When the business gets to a certain point and you think you are okay, you sit down, you plan about the kind of building that you want to build, have the whole mental picture about the cost involved, everything before you start to build, so that immediately you start building, you will be able to complete it without it being turned to be an uncompleted building elsewhere. Building is not an easy thing. So all the people who have been able to build houses, one way or the other, we need to congratulate them, because it's not an an easy task. But in all, focus on your business before you think about building a house. Until I meet you another time in my next video, I say a big thank you. Bye bye.